This is day 6 for Leetcode daily challenge. So let's look at today's problem. Okay, so this is restore IP addresses problem. A valid IP address consists of exactly 4 integers separated by single dots. Each integer is between 0 to 255 inclusive and cannot have leading zeros. So what I have to do? Return all possible valid IP addresses that can be found by the inserting dots into it. Okay. So let's understand the problem using an example. So this is the problem. We have given the string s, which is 255 11135. Okay. Now see, IP address is basically like address for a device. Okay. So this is suppose a device. So IP address is basically its address. Like our home has an address, right? Like that. Okay. So it's looks like this. Okay. So 255.255.11.135. So this is like an IP address. Okay. So these numbers has a range from 0 to 255. Okay. So that is the thing. Now you have given this string, you have to place some dots here in between such that you get an IP address. Now by placing dots in anywhere, you can get many combinations. Okay, so let me clear one thing. I can place I can place exactly 3 dots, right? So 3 dots means 4 numbers are there. So an IP address has always 4 integers. Okay, so 4 integers. They actually define some what can I say, some things. Okay. So all these numbers can be 0 to 255. This number is 0 to 255 and this also 255. Now there are many possibilities. Like in this case, I have many possibilities. In this case, so here if we place the dots at this point, and this point, I will get 255.255.11.135. Now this is between that range, right? I have a range 0 to 255. So this number is between that range, that's okay. This number is also okay. This number is also okay. This number is also okay. And I have 4 integers here, 3 dots here. So that's okay. Another option is this. These are my answers. Okay. I have many options. Okay. I have many options. These are my answers. 255.255.111.35. So both are of 0 to 255 and we have 4 integers. Now we have options. There are many options, but these two are satisfying the conditions. What? All integers must satisfy the range of 0 to 255. And secondly, there should be just 4 integers and 3 dots, right? These two conditions should be satisfied. There are many options which are satisfying these conditions or this condition. Okay, but we need to an answer which satisfies this condition and this condition. Okay, So this may be my another answer satisfying this condition only. 2.5 dot 5 to 5 dot 5111135. This is also an IP address which satisfies this condition only. But this is not my answer. This is actually not an IP address because it doesn't satisfy this condition. It only satisfies this condition. It has to satisfy both the conditions to be an IP address. Okay, so that's the thing. Now another condition is there which is every number should not have any leading zeros. So leading zeros means what? Suppose I have a number here which is like 055, or I have a number here which is like 001, or I have a number like here which is 02. In any of the cases, these zeros are called actually leading zeros. So they are leading the number. So they are the leader. If this is a team, this is suppose 5 is a man, here 5 is a man. Okay, so 0 is in front of all of them. 0 is the leader. Okay, so leading zeros mean where 0 is the leader. 0 is in front of every number, every digit. So here 0 is at the beginning, here 0 is at the beginning, here 0 is at the beginning. So if any options I found that my any number is having a leading 0 here or here or here or here, I will not take that into my count. Okay, so should not have leading zeros. Okay, so that's the three conditions that these answers are satisfying, so that's why they are answers. Now how to find this? Okay, let's see. So this is a simple problem. We will do this by recursion. Okay, level and options. This is 255 11135, right? So I will take the first number and I will put this into my answer. This is not the complete answer. This is, now let's see this as belonging to my answer. And my rest of the question is 55255111135. Now I will do the recursion part and I will call the recursion to solve this remaining part. Okay, so I got one integer here, so I have to get 3 more integers, right? And also while choosing 2, I will give here a dot, so I need 2 more dots also. So that's why. Then I will, this is for one option. Okay, so I will create a loop for I equal to 0 to this length here, and I will choose this string and do the recursion part. I will then choose, in the for loop it's going, in the for loop I will choose this thing and call the recursion. I will choose this thing, that is 255, and for the rest part I will call the recursion, where I need, here is a dot, so I need 3 integers with 2 dot. Here I have a dot, right? So I need 3 integers with 2 dot. Actually 2 dot is not we don't have to bother about this, because 3 integers mean I need 2 dots, right? 3 integers are there, so the gap, the spaces between them is 2, right? This is space, this is space, so these spaces are covering by dots, so I need 2 dots. Okay, here are 3 integers, so I need 2 dots. If I have n integers, I need n minus 1 dots. That's right, because I have n minus 1 space between them, and in that space I will put a dot. That's a simple thing, right? Then in the for loop I will choose this one, 255. as my part of an answer. I will call the recursion with the remaining part, that is 2551135. I will call the recursion to give an integer, give three integer and two dots. Then so on. I will choose the whole part and null as or empty as my another recursion call. So obviously I will not take this whole as my first integer. I need four integers, right? Now these all ranges from 0 to 255. So a number of 4 digit will always be greater than 255 if it does not have leading 0. Okay. If it does not have a leading 0 and it has 4 digits, then it is obviously greater than 255. So we will actually just do this loop for up to this, okay, because after that it will take 2552 as my. So what this 2 is saying to us, this 2 is saying this here is a 2, this 25 is saying here is a 25, this 255 is saying here is a 25, and I am calling the recursion part to fill these three integers from this string. This 25 is placing it here, and I am calling the recursion part to fill these three integers from this string. So if I in the loop, if I goes like this 25 255 252 25, it will just means nothing, right? Because 2552 can never be less than 255. It's a 4-digit number. It's always will be bigger than 255. So I will stop the loop actually when I will get a 3-digit number. After that it is meaningless to actually check for this 2552 or 25525 or 255255 or the whole thing. That is meaningless because our first integer cannot be more than 255, or we can say my first integer cannot be of 4 digits with no leading 0. Okay, then this part will do same thing. This part will do what? 5 will be separated, call for 2 integers and 1 dot for the rest part, that is 5 2 5 5 1 1 3 5. Okay, so that's the thing actually. That's I cannot draw the whole diagram because this is very big. So let's code then you will understand. Let's code. Okay, let's code. So these are the three conditions to actually keep remember. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an array list. So I have to return all the answers into an array list. Okay, so creating an array list of string which is suppose named as list. Okay, then I am creating a function for my own where I will do the recursion part. I will share my string, an empty string where I will compute something, and the number of integers which is 4, and so the number of integers currently now I have 0 integers. I have not done anything. The number of integers I need 4 integers to create an IP address, and this list thing, right? And the string length. Okay, the string length. I need the string length, and I think like that's it. And I will at last return my list. Okay. So let's create that function, and yeah, so named it as string so far, our computational string, this empty string. Let's named it as string so far, SSF, and this is required integer count, which is 0 current right now, and 4 is my maximum integer count, that should be 4, and my list obviously, and my original string length. Okay, now what I will do is what can I do? I will just do the for loop, create a for loop over the strings characters, put them into my answer or add them to my answer, right? So here is a string str that will be created by taking 0 to I plus 1. I hope you know this. If this is a string ABCD, this is 0th character, 1st character, 2nd character, 3rd character. So this is of length 4, right? So if I suppose this is string S, so if I do S dot substring 0 to 3, it will actually give me the string before 3, that is ABC. It will give me ABC. Okay. If I do AR 4, it will give me actually the string before 4, that is up to 3. It will give me the string from 0 to 3 inclusive. Okay. So that's why I am doing here I plus 1. So what it will do, it will first give me this part. Again the loop will do somewhat. Then after that I will be 1. So this will give me this part. After that it will give me this part. So what part I am doing? I am choosing these parts. Okay. In loop I will choose this part. So first this part, then this part, then this part. And for this part I will call this recursion. Okay. For this part I will call this recursion. Again I will choose this part, I will call this recursion. Again I will choose this part, I will call this recursion. So I will choose this part. So choose part is done. And I will call the recursion. Okay. So choose part is done. But before that I have to check that my length is greater than 3. If my length is greater than 3, because if my string's length is greater than 3, if my string length is greater than 3, suppose this string, then this is meaningless. I cannot put 2552 here, because the range is 255 up to, right? So this is meaningless. And if the number has leading zeros, that's also meaningless. Okay. So if my string, if str dot length, if str dot length is greater than 1 and str dot char 0 is equal to 0. So that's the condition for leading 0. Why I am giving this string dot length greater equal to 1? Suppose I have 0.0.1.1. Now here is my first character as 0, but I have the only character as 0, right? So this cannot be the leading 0. 0 is the only character. That's another case. The leading 0 could be there where I have the string of length more than 1. Suppose there is 0 1, so it has the string of length more than 1. In that case there is a leading 0, this 0, but this case is not considerable. Okay, it has only 1 0. The string length is 1 only, that's why. Okay, so if this is the case, I will just break. Okay, I will just do break. Otherwise I will calculate the value of this string. Okay, str. Now what I am doing, now I get this 2, but this is a string. I have to convert this into int, right? This is a string, right? So I have to convert this into int. So convert it into int. Then what I will do is I will check if my value is greater or equal to 0 and less equal to 255. Only then I will call this recursion function, where my s will be now the rest part, like the s dot substring I plus 1 to rest, right? So this means the rest part. Okay, so what does this mean? This means the rest part, that is this 5255 double triple 135, this part. Okay, so this part is my str and this part is my new question, for which I am calling the recursion part, recursion call. Okay, so yeah, s dot substring I plus 1, and my new string so far will be ssf plus str. Now what does it mean is that I have to create my answer. I have taken these two, place it here, and I will keep a dot here, and I will call my string so far plus this. Why? Because this will carry it by my recursion call, and when this call is executing itself, first f5 will be come here, and again the rest part will call a recursion 5255 triple 135. So what we will do, it will string so far plus this str, it means my string so far is this, so plus str means it will be like this. So I will keep extracting my answers, my next answer. So what I am doing here, this part will do what? This part will give me these integers, 3 integers. This 5255 triple 135 will give me these 3 integers, but I don't want these 3 integers. I want this whole answer, right? So from this part, extracting only 2, I get a 2 here, and this part will give me the answer. So I have to join them, right? So that's why I am having a string so far, which will ultimately give me the answer. So that's why I am doing ssf plus str. So at any position, the str is my that moment's answer for a part, this part or this part, this part, and it will be added to the rest before part and keep a recursion call. Okay, so yeah, and my required integer count is got plus plus. Okay, so one thing I have to do here is I have to add this dot also. So I'm gonna add this dot here. After checking that it is greater than 250, it is less than 255, and greater equal to less equal to 255 and greater equal to 0. So this will be, and my most integer count will remain as it is, right? And there is a list and original string length. Okay, if the value is gone out of range, I will just return. Okay, now here is a base case. Here is a base case, right? So what if my string length becomes less than 0, or my required integer count becomes greater than most maximum integer count? In that case, I will do nothing, just return. And when I will get the answer, when I will get the answer. Now here is my call 255 255 11135. Now suppose there is a case where this part is called, so this is into my answer, and the next part will be called from this string. Now this part will somehow sometime it will call like this 255, and the next call from 11135, this will call 11, and the rest part from 135, this will call 135, and the rest part is null. Okay, so up to this up to this what happens, so here at that point I have to, so when I am going the upwards, I am filling the string so far plus the next answer, right? So at this moment I will get like this, suppose 255.255.11.135 dot again, right? Because I am adding a dot and then calling, so here will be a dot also. I have to remove that later. So here my required integer count will be equal to maximum integer count, because I get a pattern like my answer. Now, is that the only condition? No, not only this, because there may be a case 2.5 dot what can I say, suppose the string takes the answer like this 2.5 dot 5255 dot 11, and it gives this, suppose. Now my required integer count is all okay, 1 2 3 4, but it is not my answer, because 5255 is not belonging to the range. Okay, or suppose it will not give this answer. Okay, so sorry for that, it will give the answer like this 5.2.5.5.2. Suppose it gives this answer. My recursion is calling, and some at a time it gives this answer. Okay, so at that moment my required integer count is equal to my maximum integer count. So is it my answer? Actually no. Why? Because its length is, forget about these dots, its length is actually 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, but you have to, here is a 2 also, here is a dot also, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so just minus 4 for these dots. So my answer is only having 3 length, but I have to include all these integers to make a IP address. So my this string so far length minus 4 should be equal to this string length, right? So that is also a condition. So my required integer count should be maximum integer count, and also my string so far length minus 4 should be equal to my original string length. Okay, and then what I will do is I will first remove the last dot, right? We don't need 4 dots, we need 3 dots between 4 integers, but we are giving the pattern like take a string, add dot, call recursion, take a string, add dot, call recursion. So for the last integer, that last integer will be taken, we will add a dot, then call recursion, then this call will be executed. But here I don't need that last dot to my answer. My answer is having only 1 dot, but in this computation we have 4 dots, because in last we have additional dot, so I don't need that dot. So I have to remove that dot. It will be done by just this is string so far dot substring string so far dot length minus 1. Okay, so what it does actually, so suppose here a b c d e f, so the length is 6 and this position is 5. So if I call this is substring s, so if we call s dot substring 5, it will take only this part. It will uh, it will reject the last character, right? So 5 is what? S dot length minus 1, the last position. And if I give this, it will take before this, the string before this, 5, before 5. So up to this. That's why I am doing this dot length minus 1. And I will add that to my answer, that is list, and I will return. This function is void, so I will just return, do not return anything, right? Okay. So I am done, I think. Okay, so if only my suppose only required integer count is equal to maximum integer count, once that I have told you, suppose I get 2.5.5.2, it will go like this. Okay, it will take this and it will come here. So in that case I will return, because I didn't include all the characters, so this cannot be my answer, right? So in this case I will return. Okay, so let's run it. List. Okay, so name is list. Only dot. Okay, so I will not do break here, I will do return. I have to give here 0, right? So forward here, I have to give here 0. 0 to that minus 1. Okay. So 0 to that minus 1, we will take 0 to that minus 2 actually. So we got the answer. So I hope you liked the video, and if you enjoyed it, then please do like, share and subscribe. Let's see you in the next video.